What's up, everyone? You got the Retro Gamer here, bringing you another one of my fantastic YouTube videos. Now, I sort of already discussed this, but the video didn't take very well, so I'm trying again. I should even mention that. Whatever. I like being honest. But Nintendo has announced, or maybe not Nintendo, maybe the company that's making the game, whatever, but you can obviously tell by the title of this video that Nintendo at some point is planning to release a Fatal Frame game for the Wii U. Go ahead and take a few seconds to let that sink in. There will be a Fatal Frame game on the Nintendo Wii U. Now this is exciting news because Nintendo honestly should have done this a long time ago. I don't know how many years they've owned the Fatal Frame series, but other than what came out for the Wii in Japan, Nintendo's really been kind of sitting on the Fatal Frame franchise. Except for this generation, because they came out with that, whatever it was, that spin-off game, Spirit Camera, Cursed Memoir, I think is what it's called. Which looks really, really good. It uses augmented reality with a book. Like, you know, it's sort of like taking lost footage, but it's like a lost book that you found that happens to be cursed and all that crap. I mean, it seems like a pretty good game. I kind of hope that they keep that similar spirit going forward, though, with this edition. Making an actual Fatal Frame game, maybe even connecting to other ones. I never really played anything past 2, but I think my understanding is that they're connected, like it's the same camera, obscura, and I think 3 even makes references back towards 2. I don't really know, again, haven't played past Crimson Butterfly. But I really enjoyed what I did play on the PlayStation 2, I do know that. Fatal Frame has been a series that has been in my heart pretty much ever since I played Crimson Butterfly, because even though the story was kind of out there, I didn't really get it. I loved how it worked, how you kind of get this vibration. It kind of tells you, hey, there's ghosts that are close, and you have to physically pull out this camera and play it. I mean, it's an awesome series. If you haven't tried it, watch videos on it, or just go off and buy it if you can find it cheap online or at a thrift mall or something. Get it and play it. It's a good series. I highly recommend it, especially for anybody who's looking for something different in a horror genre. But the fact that it's coming out for the Wii U is awesome. I mean, you can see behind me that I have the Nintendo Wii U Zombie U edition. Really happy that I got that, because Zombie U was a good example of a game that used immersion. You know, used its environment. It really tried its best to bring you into the game, and the fact that you could hold up the gamepad and physically look around you really showed that it wasn't just a game that you're looking at. It's really like, if you really want to find a secret, you're going to have to look. You know, if you really want to get past it at this point, you're going to have to scan it, and you're going to have to get this information on your pad. Thus, rather than just going up and walking to a zombie, you can actually scan them and see this one's holding ammo, this one's not. You can be a little bit more strategic about how you want to go forward. And I really, really like that about Zombie U. And something similar to that with Fatal Frame on the Wii U would be fantastic. I really do think that the immersion that the Wii U gamepad gives you is top-notch. I mean, every other company has had it separate. The PlayStation 4, you're going to have to buy their Project Morpheus VR headset. On the PC, you're going to have to buy the Oculus Rift separate. The Wii U, it's included with the gamepad. I mean, it doesn't take much thought. But I really do hope that they do more with it than just come out with a map, which is one of my main concerns. They're just going to put a map on it, or do like they did with Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, and just not put anything on the screen at all, and try to rely solely on what's going on the screen. And I say no to that. No. You should. I mean, you promised us the stuff with the Nintendo 3DS. You promised full-on immersion, first-person shooters. You can actually physically look up and shoot them, or find secrets below you or around you. And you kind of, sort of have done that with certain games like Face Raiders. You've done that with certain games like, again, Spirit Camera. But you haven't really brought your A game yet. And it looks like games like Ironfall are going to bring that immersion, especially if they allow you to use a gyroscope to aim and shoot. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say about this because I could sit here and talk to you forever about how excited I am that Fatal Frame is coming to the Wii U. I mean, I'm looking forward to some really, especially if they do like they did with like not Resident Evil, sorry, I should be shot right now. Eternal Darkness. If they do like anything half of what they did for Eternal Darkness, as far as like, you know, messing with your head, where you start thinking your gamepad is dying, or your gamepad's cutting off, or it instantly pulls up your TV guide and starts to, if it starts messing with your head like that, I think it's going to be great. If it allows you for full-on immersion, I could ask you to take a picture for your profile and you hold it up, next thing you know you see like a face behind you. I think that kind of stuff's just going to be neat, you know. It's long overdue. You should have had this on the Wii, even though you technically released something over in Japan. We've had nothing here in the States. So really looking forward to this. I really do think that this is something that you need, you know. This is something that the States have needed for a while. This is something that the Wii U is going to need, is a good horror game. Something that people can get behind, something that people can play and really feel like this is what the technology of the Wii U is capable of doing. Especially if you can make it look like the Zelda tech demo. Make this sucker shine. Make it look as good as possible. Show people that the Wii U isn't as underpowered as they claim that it is. But in addition to this, they've also announced that they're working on a comic series, which I'm not sure if it's a manga or if it's just going to be like a regular comic series. In addition to a movie, which, again, not much information about whether it's going to be like a feature film, like I want. I talked about this in a blog, which I can send a link to in the description, about how I wanted to, it's one of my top 5 picks for a Nintendo franchise to be a movie, and why it could have worked, and probably a good idea why it hasn't been yet, but they haven't mentioned about whether or not it's going to be a full-length film, like an actual theatrical release, or if it's going to be some short film, similar to what they did with the Spirit Camera commercials in Japan, how they were like 5-10 minute long commercials that were really kind of short films. But otherwise, yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing this supposed movie. I might even go up and buy the comics and get full blown in this. And here's the best part, Nintendo. If you can release a collector's edition of this, where you give us all this stuff included, kind of like what you did with Skyward Sword, you gave us the symphony concert. Do that with this. Give us a collector's edition that gives us the game and a second disc that has the movie as well as a copy of the comic. I mean, go all out with this. Go all out with this, because Fatal Frame is you. You own it. It is huge in Japan. It has a really cult following here. The fans are really dedicated. We really love what you do with Fatal Frame. And I really do think that this is your chance to shine. Go overboard with this. Any ideas that you have, use them. If you want to bring the vitality sensor back and have it work with the Wii U, and have it towards some kind of a stress system to where maybe more ghosts attack you as you get stressed out, to force you to stay calm, or whatever, go for it. I'm excited to hear more news about this. How do you feel about it? Do you think that Nintendo should just keep it simple? Make it similar to what they did with Fatal Frame 2 and just use the Pro Controller? Don't even worry about using the gamepad? Do you think that they should just have not even done anything with Fatal Frame? And if you are looking forward to it, what are you most excited about? Leave all your thoughts in the comments, of course. Like, subscribe as always, guys. Thank you for watching. I love all the support that I get. If you've stuck with me this long, then you're the best. Thanks. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to keep it short this time. I've tried my best not to rant. I'm sorry if I did. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.